EAA turns so many people's eyes toward the sky, watching those airplanes, but it could lead to more people working in the sky. American Airlines said this month that it could take 3 years to get back to full capacity because of a pilot shortage. We went to a local flight school to find out if EAA might help inspire the next generation of pilots.
Airline passengers are on a journey, but the pilots flying the planes had a journey of their own. And the president of a local flight school says that for some future pilots, that path could begin at EAA.
EAA AirVenture. How many other places let kids under the age of 18 come into its show free of charge to see aviation, explore it?
We talked with Charlie Smith of Pilot Smith Flight School at Green Bay's airport. He says the spark, the motivation to become a pilot, can happen at EAA.
We get calls from people saying, hey, I was at EAA, we were there at the show. Then they come out, they do a discovery flight with us, introductory flight. And second things we know is they are off on their way starting an airline career.
17-year-old Jacob Pearson is a student at Pilot Smith.
I started training about 2 months ago.
Pearson says EAA played a role in inspiring him to become a pilot.
All the fast planes, it's like Top Gun 2, I guess, just that movie. It's the coolest thing ever.
He says he's still deciding what he'll do in the future. If he does decide to become an airline pilot, he could help rebuild those ranks. United Airlines CEO Scott Kirby put the problem in perspective, saying, quote, "The pilot shortage for the industry is real, and most airlines are simply not going to be able to realize their capacity plans because there simply aren't enough pilots, at least not for the next 5+ years," end quote. Jacob is beginning this path early enough that he might be a commercial pilot before he's 21.
And so I'm sitting in the cockpit here of one of the school's planes, and this is where a student would sit. And Smith says that a reasonable timeline from that first inspiration to becoming a regional airline pilot would be about 3 years.
Smith says it's a flight path that can go from here to here to here, and could have an impact on an industry that's in need of pilots.
So what can impact how many airline pilots are able to fly? There's a mandatory current retirement age right now for those pilots that ages 65. However, a bill in Congress would raise that age to 67. According to Congressman Chip Roy of Texas, nearly 14,000 U.S. pilots would be forced to retire over the next 5 years because of the mandatory retirement age.